Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You are welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Today we are talking about navigating female friendships. So this particular video was requested specifically by someone and for the person to specifically ask me, I know that definitely is something that is at the heart of the person and the person really wants to know and maybe the person has questions surrounding this. So, in talking about friendships, I used to feel like I'm not the right person. Initially, I felt like, okay, I'm going to invite someone to come and talk about friendships. But then I realized I've had friends since I was young, right? So I can share my own perspective on friendships. So in this video, we're going to talk about friendships in terms of because this is something that is like on my own heart and it's something I've always wanted to talk about, but I've not just found the avenue to talk about it. We're going to talk about navigating friendships with someone from another religion, what it feels like. So I remember that there was a time I was asking someone else who was in that kind of situation with me. I was like, how does she navigate it? And she's like, it is hard for her too. So the thing is that most of us who have this kind of friends, most of the time, maybe when we started as friends, we weren't really like strong for God or anything like that. Or maybe it just happened because faith. And the thing about friendship, most friends that we have, they just happen. It's not like you go and say, I want to be a friend. I want to be. It just happens that you guys are in the same space, same community, same everything within a timing. And then you guys realize that you have shared values. You see, you have you have to have shared values to be friends with someone, right? So in that instance, you become friends, and sometimes they don't have your religious ideology, and if you are not like strong in your religious ideology, you probably can be friends with them. I think this is what happened to me. I don't know about other people, but for me, that was how I became friends with this particular person, all the other non-Christians that I have as friends. It's because now, in like, if we're looking at me now, I probably would not be a close friend with someone that is not a Christian, because I can't remember the last time I had a friend that is not a Christian. So, if you are in my shoes, maybe now you are on fire for God, or you are now like very serious with your faith, but you have a friend that is not serious with their faith. Should you cut them off? Should you be like, I'm done, please? Should you just let them go? I would say no. Well, truth be told, there are some things you can't relate with anymore. And that's the truth. So me and this particular person, we're not like very, very close like that, but we're still close. But we're not like very close because like we are now on different paths. And it's not just because of religion, it's also because we're now in different places. We don't see each other every day, even though social media is really helping. So my point, let me get back to the point on the ground. My point on ground is that what I think, what when I've prayed to God about it, what I've spoken to God about is that this person needs to see Christ in me. And this person needs to, see Christ reflected in me for the person to change. Because actually, most of us, we want the person to change. Like, I've just prayed this person give their life to Christ. And the person is like, just stop praying for me, please. So I can understand if you feel like maybe you've been praying for the person, you've been telling the person about Jesus. If I me and this person, we used to argue before, but later I stopped arguing. I just used to just share my own and leave it. I remember that funny story. I used to have a roommate that was also like not a Christian, and I remember we used to argue. Hey, I have argued Christianity in this life, but I came to the point where I started telling myself that it's not like this is not God's will for us to be arguing like this. While we can argue, but it doesn't end anywhere. The person will not give their life to Christ because you argue. But yes, the person may go and think and say, this thing that you just said, right? It may cause the person to think. So that's why I would say that if you want to navigate your friendship with the person, it's not, I don't think you should just cut the person off, except by like express instruction. Maybe if you heard God say, cut these people off, or these people are not good for you. Because truth be told, there are some people that are not good for you. And and I'm going to be honest, I'm not as close as I used to be to some certain people anymore. I'm not as close as I used to be because I have moved. I'm in a different space, head space, everything. So some people, our friendship is just when we see each other, hello, what's going on in your life? They don't know what's going on in my life. I don't know what's going on in their life. But we are sure friends because we have a shared, history. That's the word. So I would say that if you have a friend that is not of the same religion with you, If you don't hear God say cut it off, except you see that maybe the person is really influencing you negatively. That is very, very important. Maybe as someone that maybe you know yourself, everybody, you have to have a PhD in yourself. That's what DDK always says. Like, get a PhD in yourself. Like, know yourself so well, so rigorously. So you know when someone is a bad influence in your life. You know when the person is not right for you, right? Maybe the person is encouraging you to, maybe anytime you talk to the person, anytime you're around the person, you find yourself now having to curse other people, you find yourself gossiping, you find yourself, lying, you find yourself using swear words, you find yourself craving the things of the world that you say you've left before, then you need to cut that person off for your own good. But if it's just a case of maybe you just feel like, oh, you shouldn't be friends because don't be unequally yoked, right? I think that you may not be besties with them anymore, but you don't have to cut them off because you're still trying to preach Christ to them. And also because you are friends, right? So don't cut them off. But what you can do is that you may now be distanced from them in sense of like there are some things you may not be able to say with them anymore. For example, you want to talk about a faith issue like, did you see what pastor, you can't have those conversations with them because they can't relate. So yes, there's that point. But on the average, I don't think you should just cut them off. I think that it's okay to be patient with them. It's okay to pray for them. It's okay to pray for them. It's okay to always pray for them. Like I always pray for even my Christian friends that I know that they are not strong. I pray for them. So it's not only the non-Christian people that I pray for every friend. So because some people, you have friends, some of them are Christian. They say they are Christians because Nigeria, you're either a Muslim or a Christian. So they are Christians. But you can see that the fruit of God is not evident in their lives. You know the life they are living. So they too, they need your prayers, those kind of friends. But every woman needs female friendships. That's where I want to go to next. You see, when I meet people who say, oh, I don't like female friendship, I don't do girls, I like boy friendships, I'm like, if I slap you, I want to lie to you because you are a bad person. Let me tell you. If you don't know, you're a bad person. Stop deceiving yourself. People would like to use that one to form like, I don't do female friendships. I don't do women. Women are too problematic. Maybe you are the one that's problematic. Because I feel like people who have problematic friends, half of the time, they are the ones that are looking for what is not, and they are the ones that are making wrong choices. You have a friend, you already know that this is the behavior of your friend, but you'll be excusing it. When your friend now shows you that same pepe, you now like, I tell my friends the truth, and I want my friends to tell me the truth. If my friend is doing something that is wrong, I'm able to tell them that this thing you did, makes sense. Stop doing it. So if you cannot be honest with your friends, when they now turn around and do that same thing on you, don't start saying, oh, friends, women, they're this, they're that. Stop it. And yes, I agree that women have different way of dealing with things than men. Truth. But not all female friendships are problematic. Not all female friendships are the worst. You can't do life alone. You can't do life alone. You need community, especially if you are married. Married women, listen to me. Come closer. I am due to give advice. Yes, I'm 6 years married, almost 6 years married. That is a whole toddler, above toddler stage. So, yeah, I can give you advice. Married women, you need friends. It's not only your husband that will be your friend in this life. You need friends and you need to find how to navigate everything. So, another thing I want to speak to is how I recently learned, it's not something that I've always known. I recently learned that, many times we treat our friends like trash and we don't treat our romantic partners like that. If you want to navigate, if you want to have better friendships, try it just like 1 year. Treat your friends like you treat your boyfriend as a woman. Not like you have romantic feelings, romantic activities. Like treat your friend like you treat your husband. Like treat them with the care, the love. The way you treat, the way you woo like for example, when your husband is wooing you and when you are trying to, please him, all those kind of things, do it for your friends. Send them messages. Oh wow, you look so beautiful. Ask yourself now, when last did you tell your friend that, oh, I love this your style? When last did you comment on your friend's page and say, wow, you look beautiful? Many people don't do that. They're like, it's my guy, it's my guy. Mm-mm. And this is not even just for women, even for men. Learn how to compliment your friends. Learn how to tell them that they did well. Learn how to support them. Be there for them. That's how to actually grow your friendships. And that's what I've learned. And you see, I used to think that I was not a friendship person. But when I looked in my life, I realized that I've actually done well in cliques. From primary school, I had a clique. In secondary school, I had a clique that I used to work with. We used to go home together. In university, I had a clique. So maybe I actually do well within group friendships, even though I used to feel like I don't do well within groups. I actually do well. I realized. Anyway, so I think that when it comes to friendship, like I was saying, I think that you should approach it like you would approach your romantic partner. Woo them, buy gifts for them, take care of them. When they're not feeling fine, go all out for them. Scripture actually says in Proverbs 17:17 that a friend loves at all times. So this is one of the quality of a good friendship. A friend loves at all times. So for you to know if your friend is truly a friend, look at how they treat you in the good, in the bad, whenever everything is not right, when everything is right, look at that, and that's how you know. Do you need friendship? Yes, you need friendships. Please seek out friends. Having friends is such a beautiful thing, right? You need people to be around you. And I think that when you notice that people are not giving you the same energy that you're giving them, well, it's okay to, chase love, talk to them about it, say, oh, I noticed that. I'm not saying you should cut someone off immediately, right? Actually have a conversation, tell them I noticed, and be deliberate, put extra effort. But when I notice someone is not giving me the same energy I want them to give me, I put in extra effort by maybe I'll deliberately say, okay, I'll be checking on this person every 2 days. So every two days I'll be doing it. Then it's after like a month, 2 months, and I'll notice that yes, it's truly me that has been checking on this person, and this person does not care. Maybe you now decide, okay, 1 week I will not check on this person, 2 weeks I will not, let me see what's going to happen. You will now know if the person truly, you know, is giving you that same energy. So those are the things that I'll say. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut this video because this video is very long and I really want to say everything I want to say. So I'm going to put it tomorrow. I'm going to talk about navigating friendships again tomorrow. So make sure to watch tomorrow's version of this video. But I feel like these two videos, it's like it's what God wants us to hear in this season. And I think that there's someone that will be greatly blessed. So see you in tomorrow's video, Navigating Friendships Part 2. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.